My name is Devin Shank, and I'm an ecologist with the Center for Applied Ecology at NKU. The Center for Applied Ecology has been an outreach center for NKU for about 10 years. We started at the end of 1999, and we provide environmental services to the community and use student workers to help do that work so they get hands-on experience in the community.
My name is Tara Sturgill, and I am pretty much a student assistant. I've worked here since the summer of 2007.
My name is JT McMullen. I've been here for about 3 years, and I've taken over the acting role of senior student.
One of the services that we provide to the community is we run the Northern Kentucky Stream and Wetland Restoration Program. The stream fund money can be used on private or public land, and basically the requirement is that land has to be permanently protected through a conservation easement before we spend the money to do this work. Today we're out at Boone Woods Park in Boone County, and we're working on stream restoration in the park. And they also had to put in a conservation easement to say these particular parts of the park are off limits to future development. People can walk through it. You know, there's a frisbee golf going through parts of this conservation easement, but for the most part, the water quality of these streams after we're done and walk away will be in good shape. You can imagine a stream that has been impacted by past land use. It looks kind of like a ditch, you know, what we'd all call a ditch. It's a stream running. There's bare soil on both banks that are straight up and down, and water running through the middle. Maybe it's 3 or 4 feet deep from the surrounding land. That stream has been impacted by the watershed, development of the watershed above it, or past farming practices or land use practices. We can look at a stream and kind of prescribe what its problem is. Each stream has a story, you know, a history to it, and we can look at it and decipher that. So we've identified the landowner, we've identified an impacted stream. We have an engineer on staff who will develop restoration plans for that stream, and it may be things from bank stabilization to bioengineering of the slopes. A restoration plan is developed. It is approved by the landowner. It's also approved by these federal agencies that oversee the stream program. We fill out all the permits and start construction. Generally, construction happens in the summer during our driest parts of the year. We do the construction, which we're doing today here. We come back and plant the area in native plants, and then in the early spring we plant trees. The ultimate goal is a beautiful, pristine stream running through a forest. So, you know, when we look at these areas that are 1 year old or 2 years old, it looks like a field with a couple little trees poking out of it. But you know, 10 years from now, we'll have a young forest, and then, you know, it may be 150 years before there's a mature forest growing there. But that's the ultimate goal.
The applied aspect of what we do is really what grabs me, and I think it's what grabs most of our students too. It gives them a chance to really apply some of the stuff that we talk about in class but never get a chance to do. We try to get everybody a chance on everything, and it changes every day. I mean, we could be doing invasive work and using herbicides to spray out invasives, or we could be doing construction like we are now, and it's a lot of diversity. It's a good chance for people to kind of get their feet wet in a whole bunch of different places.
I think I like it the most when I return because it's not only mentally challenging for me, but it's physically challenging. I'm doing things that I never thought I could do, so when I go out and do anything else, any other job that I do, like, I'm not afraid to do new things or try new things or learn new things. And I've learned so much here. I went down to UK for a semester, and while I was down there, I would talk to people I was in a different field. I was in like sustainable agriculture, but I would still run into people who are doing this kind of work, And as far as they were concerned, the Center for Applied Ecology and NKU are like pretty much the front runners in this kind of work.
The concern for the environmental science field has certainly grown in the past few years, and if it continues to do so, I think that as long as we can continue to expand our operations, find projects to work on, it'll be an opportunity for a lot of future students or existing students even. So it's open for whoever's really interested.
There was a few projects that I was there from beginning to end, and to really see their transformation. And you know, when you're looking at it from this standpoint, when we're just starting, it kind of looks kind of wicked and messed up, like things get really messed up. But when you step back and look at it later and everything that occurred, it makes me very happy to know that we're creating habitat, you know, that was not there before. And we all love natural places. So, you know, this is the work that's preserving and restoring it. And it's a very needed and a wonderful thing to be a part of. So yeah, at pretty much any time I see a place where I've worked, it makes me elated, honestly. I love it. It's great work.